everyone, I'm Kenicia Cross, and this is a special episode of The Closet Club, and it is being filmed right here in down south Mississippi. Yes, you heard me right, Mississippi. Now, I've been here over the holidays visiting my grandparents, and my grandma is a huge fan of Oprah, just like myself, and she has all the old magazines, as you can see, and I was sitting here reading one of O's magazine. I was reading her article about why she started the OWN network, and I thought about it. Oh my gosh, I'm in Mississippi, just miles away from where she's from. So I had to do a special shout out to Oprah and film The Closet Club right here in Mississippi. So what I'm going to do today, I'm going to highlight a very special article that she wrote in last year's O magazine, and the article is actually about why she started the OWN network, and it's very inspiring and very motivating, and she gives a lot of insight with some of the answers that she highlights, and some of the tips, and some of the meaningful things that she expresses that she learned during the process of having the Oprah Winfrey show that kind of encouraged her and pushed her to start her own network. So I want to just highlight a few of those things and, you know, comment on them and share a few of my thoughts about them. Okay? One of the first things that I love that Oprah said is, she said, "We live in a culture that really only responds to that which is familiar, famous, wealthy. People pay attention to people who are known. I've always believed that was what fame was for, so that people would pay attention. For me, though, it's been equally important that once they're paying attention, you have something meaningful, worthwhile, and of substance to say to them. You're not just yakety-yakety." And I specifically love this statement that Oprah makes. I think it's very substantial, especially in our generation. I feel that fame has become such an ultimate goal for a lot of people. And I think fame is great, and reaching for fame is nothing wrong with that. It's a spectacular goal to have. But I think that it should never be your ultimate goal. It should never be our ultimate goal. A lot of us, that's our ultimate goal, to be famous. And fame is not an ultimate goal to have. It's actually a foundation and a platform to do something bigger. It's a level of success. It's not an ultimate success. So once you reach fame, what are you going to do when you get there? What are you going to do? What are you going to say? You know, we should be reaching for fame and striving to get there so that we can do something bigger. We can make a difference in the world. We can do something impactful. We can touch people's lives, and we can ultimately change the world that we live in and change future generations that we live in. So again, I love what Oprah says about fame, and I love how she envisions fame in terms of her own life. And I too think that we should take on that perspective of fame and not look at it as an ultimate goal or an ultimate achievement, but instead look at it as a platform that we want to get to so that we can do something much more greater. Okay? Let's see. What else does Oprah say that I love? Another thing that Oprah highlights, oh, this is a really great story. So, you all know Oprah did a movie called Beloved, and Oprah is usually extremely successful at, you know, being successful at everything that she typically does. But when she did the movie Beloved, it was actually one of her projects that she did that wasn't that successful, and so she talks about it in this article. And this is what she says. "I just expected that many people were going to see the film, and then when they didn't, I was really depressed. I remember having a conversation with Gary Zukav, which is the only counseling I got for the depression. I remember saying, 'I think I'm depressed about it. I feel so terrible.' And he said, 'Why? What was your intention?' I said, 'Well, I wanted people to see the film and to know that even though slavery was horrible, people came out of slavery and were still able to love. That's what I wanted to do with that movie.' And he said, 'I knew that, and I felt that. I felt that.' And I said, 'Well, I guess I wanted more than just you to feel that. I really wanted millions of people to see that and to feel that.' He said, 'Oh, so what you really wanted was a big box office hit.' I said, 'Yeah, that's what I really wanted.' He said, 'If you really wanted that, you would have created a different kind of film.' And that is true." Now, when I read this story, it specifically touched me because, again, when I think about Oprah, I think that everything that she does is successful. And again, she expresses in that story that although she initially thought that her intention for the movie was to get across the message, she realized in the end that that was not her true intention, because she did get across the message. However, she didn't make the money, and she didn't get the reviews, and she didn't get the big box office numbers that she wanted. So she realized that her true intention wasn't even what she thought her true intention was. And so this hit home to me. And you know, my background is TV production, and my dream is to be a TV personality, which I am. And I had to ask myself, you know, I want to be a TV personality, but what is my true intention for being a TV personality? And so I wrote it down, and when I, you know, thought about it, and I wrote it down, and what I wrote down was that, you know, I want to be a TV personality because I want to share, you know, I want to share my experiences, my knowledge, my opinions. I want to share my gift with the world. This is the reason why I want to be a TV personality. And then as I thought about it further, I thought, okay, well, actually, I am sharing my gift right now. You know, you guys are watching this video. I'm sharing my gift. I'm sharing my opinion. I'm sharing my experience. I'm not making any money from it. It's not on TV, but I am doing what I just said that my intention was to do. So it made me really put things in perspective with myself, and it made me understand that, you know, sometimes we set goals and we have dreams for ourselves, and we are not completely honest with ourselves in terms of what our actual true intentions are. And so it made me realize that, yes, I do want to share my gifts and my knowledge and my experiences with the world, but also I want, you know, I want to be successful monetarily. You know, I want to be, I want to get to a level of success so that I can do bigger and greater and meaningful things, just as I expressed before. And this was a very, it was just a very substantial story for me to read from Oprah, because it made me understand that we have to be honest with ourselves, and we have to be truthful with ourselves, and it starts in the beginning. So I want to encourage you all too to take the message that Oprah expressed in this story with being true to yourself, you know, and really thinking about things before you actually set out to do them, and really understand, what do you really want to get out of it? What is your actual, true, honest intention for doing what you want to do? And I think that it will really catapult us and help us to get to that ultimate level of success in that project, and whatever our intention was. It will be able to come to us, and we'll be able to realize it when it's there, because we have actually you know, we've delved into it to see what we actually want to get out of it. So yes, I think we, in 2012, yes, 2012, we have to be honest with ourselves about what our intentions are. You know, when we set out to do these projects and all these things that we want to do in our dreams, you know, what's our true intention? Otherwise, we're never going to really know if we reach that level of success when we get there. Sounds about right, right? Lastly, I really, really love what Oprah says about fear. Let's see. She says that, oh, this is what she says about fear. She says, fear is a natural response. The question is, what do you do with it? It is an energy that's also a kind of fuel. You can decide to use it, but for a lot of people, it stops them at the threshold because it's so powerful. And I, too, took heed to this statement that Oprah made, because I think that a lot of times we do let fear stop us from doing something that we really want to do. And then at the same time, fuel can also push us towards doing something that we really want to do. And then as I was thinking about that, it made me realize that fear and faith are really kind of close, you know, because fear comes from uncertainty, and then it's that same uncertainty added with doing it anyways, and that's what faith is, you know. So you have this fear, and then that could stop you from doing it, but when you have the fear and then you do it anyways because you trust and you believe that it's going to be okay and it's going to work out, then that's what ultimate faith is. And I believe that once you clarify what your purpose is in life, and why you're doing something, then the way to do it becomes a lot more clear. And I really, really, really love Oprah. I really, really love her article. I really love the perspective that she puts on this article in terms of, you know, her leaving her show and actually, you know, which was extremely, extremely successful, and then going into something much more bigger, and hoping for that same level of success or a bigger level of success. And then she also says that, points out that sometimes we reach a level of success, or we see someone else's level of success, and then we try to match that same level of success, whether it be ours or someone else's. And she says that we shouldn't do that. You know, it's really hard to, it's hard and it's impossible really to match a level of success or someone else's success. You know, there's nothing wrong with having multiple successes, and so that's what we should be reaching for, and not reaching to match someone else's level of success, or even match a level that we've already achieved in our lives. So that's what I got out of this article. Yeah, thanks for visiting with me here in Mississippi. And again, it's 2012 coming up here, and I want us to really take time to acknowledge what our true intentions are and what our true purpose is this year, and to not let fear bind us from doing, not trying, doing. That's what we're going to do in 2012. We are going to do. And I hope that you all have a very blessed and inspired and purposeful 2012. I'm Kenicia Cross. See you in another state, a more popping state. See you later.